guys, I do apologize for the very long delay with the new video. I was supposed to do part 5 a few weeks ago of my vinyl collection, but due to a series of unfortunate events, I have not been able to do so. I've been just so busy with work and not getting home till super late and me not feeling the very best. But now I'm back, and instead of doing part 5 of my vinyl collection, as I have to go through a whole bunch of them and basically find a lot more Elvis, which I'm sure there's a bunch left there. They're all mixed up with other artists. But today we are going to be doing part 1 of my CD collection. So let's get started. First one is Merry Christmas, Love, Elvis. 50 Worldwide Gold Hits, Volume 1, Part 1 and 2. The Essential Elvis Presley. The Louisiana Hayride Archives, Elvis. The Classic Christmas Album. Eye of the Hurricane. Then we have GI Blues. Hits from his movies, Volume 1. In case you guys are wondering why I'm constantly looking down a lot, I do have my kitty over here. He's not being a good boy, so basically you could say I put him in kitty timeout. But he's behaving rather well for me. I'll let you guys see him. This is Oliver. Yeah, he's being a bad boy, but you know, he behaves when he's next to his mommy. Isn't that right, Oliver? Yeah. This is my little fella. His twin brother is playing around. Guess he just needs his mama. But we have It's Now or Never, the tribute to Elvis. Obviously, my cat is very enthused about this too. We have from Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. This one is still sealed. I do have other copies of this. Elvis Ballads. Elvis, The Legend Lives On. Elvis Collector's Gold. The King of Rock and Roll Lives. I got a double of The $1 Million Quartet. This is the 1990 release, so it's really not the complete $1 Million Quartet that was later on released, but I got a double of this. There's a double of The Very Best Gospel of Elvis Presley. Both are still sealed. I do have an open one though. One was just given to me, so I really can't part with anything I get Elvis, really. We have disc 2 of the Sun Records collection. Of course, Elvis is on the cover. We have Elvis's first studio album, Elvis Presley. We have a double of For LP Fans Only. Then we have, okay guys, now when it comes to CDs that I get from the flea market, some of the cases are kind of crummy, So if you see any of them with cracks or anything, you could tell that that's from the flea market. Because when it comes to me buying CDs and stuff, I'm extremely careful. So we have Love Elvis. There is Vintage 1955. This is a bootleg. In my honest opinion, I really don't collect bootlegs. This one just came in a set. So I really had no choice but to get it. But since it is Elvis and it's not some fake garbage as far as, someone, someone, I wouldn't say exactly a ETA, but someone who's, trying to just sound like him. No, that's still the real deal. We have Lilo and Stitch soundtrack. 90% of this is Elvis, so I really had no choice. 68 comeback radio special. That was a rare one for me. We have Love Songs. The Essential Elvis Presley Limited Edition 3.0. We also have the Legacy release of On Stage, which also includes Elvis in person at the International Hotel. So 2 albums for the price of 1. Can't go wrong there. Then we have An Afternoon in the Garden. And as I said, this has a few cracks in the case. The disc is perfectly fine, but I am not the original owner. So go figure. Then there's Let's Be Friends, which I have multiple copies of. I have The Very Best of Elvis Presley. Then there's Blue Hawaii. And Best of Artists of the Century. I have the box set of Artists of the Century. I have quite a few of them actually. There's also the single version of Heartbreak Hotel and I Was the One. Elvis Christmas Piece. There's also the Sun Story, which like I said in my lives, I'm definitely a big collector of compilation albums from Sun Studios, so I had to get this one. So there is the Sun Story, and of course the first song on here was Good Rockin' Tonight by Elvis, Scotty, and Bill. So, just a few more. We have Great Country Songs. I have 2 of these sealed, and then I have a used one that I listen to. Then there's Legendary Elvis. There has been numerous versions of this floating around. I had one that had a very different cover, but it was the same exact album. We have Loving You. The Alternate Aloha. 20th Anniversary Sampler. This is a Blockbuster sampler, so you can tell how old that is. Okay, I have 2 out of the 3, I guess, metal cased box sets, which I have The Very Best of Love. I also have Elvis Inspirational Memories. I'm looking for the Christmas one. However, I almost got it, but it was the tin, the candle, the cards, but no CD. It had everything but the CD, the main purpose of getting it. But I'll find it eventually. I also have Elvis Presley Hitstray. This box set contains 30 number 1 hits, Second to None, and the bonus CD of The Story Continues. This one Okay, this one, if you're just a beginning Elvis fan, I would definitely go to this as my go-to for Elvis songs. You know, this is definitely the definitive box set. You know, so if you guys are just beginners, resort to History, in my honest opinion. Has all the hits, and trust me, it will turn you into a fan in no time. So, we have that. There's also the number one hits. And just a few more left. Elvis's Christmas album. Elvis Back in Memphis. Still sealed. I have another copy that I always listen to. Especially that one. One of my personal favorites, The Ultimate Gospel. This is the definitive collection, basically. You know, if you want to hear the very best of his gospel stuff, such as How Great Thou Art, Crying in the Chapel, Milky White Way, Where Could I Go But to the Lord? What else? He Touched Me, Take My Hand, Precious Lord, Peace in the Valley. This is the go-to. I have like 3 copies of this myself. I have Interview Picture Disc and Fully Illustrated Book. This is a good one. We have Triple Feature. This one has Burning Love and hits from his movies, Separate Ways, and You'll Never Walk Alone. I do have the box set of this, as well as the standard version, which is Elvis at Stax. Yeah. Elvis Aloha from Hawaii via satellite. Elvis in person at the International Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada. This one is, like I said, also in the Onstage Legacy Edition. Essential Elvis Volume 3. Elvis Country. This is the single version from the double disc from the Elvis collection from Time Life. I do have the double disc as well as a whole other collection. And last but not least, for part 1, we have this just came in like a bunch of CDs that I got from somebody who was getting rid of their Elvis collection. This one is this is a bootleg. It's from some girl's bar mitzvah that she actually had an Elvis themed, which was really cool. And it also has a picture, and it has 5 songs of Elvis's, so it's no loss, you know. I definitely enjoy that. But anyway, let's see. Now, getting back to, you know, news and updates. Okay, news and updates. Okay, guys. I'm sure you all have seen my rant on Facebook. Let me just push that back a little bit. Okay. I do apologize. Okay. On the EFM YouTube channel, there has been a little bit of a issue. Somebody decided to leave a comment on one of their videos, basically harassing Danielle, calling her a name that I really wish not to even say, because it's just dead wrong. And basically saying that, oh, after 45 years, Billy is finally talking. Seriously. You know, here's another one of my rants. One thing I don't like doing is making rant videos, because I shouldn't have to, but, you know, I'm just speaking my mind. First of all, not all us ladies can be a size 0 or a size 2. basically the name that was called to Danielle was about her weight. Honestly, I see absolutely nothing wrong. Okay? Like guys, women come in all shapes and sizes. Okay. People don't take into consideration that you know, because as far as weight is concerned, they don't put health as a factor. They don't seem to think that, hey, maybe there's something wrong with he or she physically, if we don't know if this person is sick. Regardless, that leaves no person no right to say anything about anyone's weight. Obviously, this is social media. We all are behind some form of device in order to communicate, in order to post things. But regardless, you do not call anybody names, because that's considered harassment. And I'm tired of seeing people bash, someone I consider family. Danielle is like family to me. We talk, we are there for each other. And the last thing I want to see is anyone calling anybody in that family names. Bad enough, all of a sudden, like I stated, the same person said, oh, after 45 years, Billy Smith is finally talking. First of all, people need to do their research. He always, was speaking up for Elvis. Always. Obviously, this person has not seen interviews, especially from this set. This is All the King's Men. This set is extremely rare, and it's also posted on YouTube, as well as other videos, other interviews of Billy, back in the day. This is not the first time he's talking. People are, they always just have something to say. And quite honestly, it's getting old, honestly. Billy and Joe, they both don't have to make these videos, but they're doing it for us fans. Okay, how about instead of saying stuff like, oh, he's finally talking, how about A, doing your research and actually taking the time and looking on YouTube and looking for videos featuring interviews with Billy? How about taking that time? But no, just because they see all of a sudden Billy has a YouTube channel, and it's not just Billy's channel, it's Joe's, it's Danielle's, it's, basically the family channel, basically. It's, people always have something negative to say, and it's just getting ridiculous. They really don't have to make these videos, but they do it for us as fans. And let me tell you, the thing is, I will go above and beyond to defend them, because they are like family to me. It's just, it breaks my heart seeing that they work so hard on these groups and for the merch. They don't do it for the money. They do it for us, to give us, to entertain us with stories of what happened, with Elvis, giving us information on what he liked, what he didn't like, how he was as a person, behind the jumpsuits, basically. They really don't have to, but they do it for us. But yet, people don't see that. People just have some kind of a negative thing to say, and it's hurtful. They take time out of their busy schedule to basically entertain us with stories that actually happened. Not people, doing research and thinking that, hey, we got all the facts. Sorry to say, we can do all the research in the world, but as far as getting the facts, I will go to the family above anyone else. You could have researchers, you could have, historians look into things. but it's really not considered factual. You're just getting your information from other sources, and not always from the family. Because quite honestly, there's not much left of Elvis's family. Right now, all we have left is Billy, Joe. We have Danny and Joey. We have, Lisa. We have Priscilla. You know, it's, it's sad. Life is scary. We've lost, 90% of the Memphis Mafia. It's quite sad that's all we really have left. It's, and quite honestly, I'm extremely grateful to consider Billy, Joe, Danielle, Danny, and Joey my friends. I am forever grateful for them. But, you have these supposed Elvis fans out there, or haters disguised as fans, I should like to say. They do not think, and they don't think before they talk. And then you have these historians or researchers making videos, and that's another thing I'm gonna get to. The thing is, there's a little bit of a spat going on with Spa Guy and Billy, which Billy did not even start it. Spa Guy basically tried correcting Billy's story. And you really don't want to do that. Because Billy, of all people, would know a heck of a lot more than any historian would. He was around Elvis. He was around him. So he would know. So, anybody could just open up a book, do some research. Yes, for granted, a lot of it may be true. But you would think, hey, wait a minute. This is something that, Billy would know. So, it's like, honestly, I stand by Billy 100%. Because in retaliation, basically, what EFM did was they made a response video of obviously Billy being corrected, which, not for nothing, yes, I would do the same thing. If I felt like I was being corrected about stuff I either knew or, I previously admitted to saying I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe this has happened, or I was told this happened. I wouldn't exactly say, hey, I'm 100% right. That's one thing Billy did not say. And like I said, in retaliation to the video that was posted in response of Spa Guy's little remarks, he ended up making a response video like 2 days ago. I just saw this yesterday. And it really pushed my buttons. I'm like, okay, enough is enough. Billy had every right to voice, how he felt about the whole situation. But Billy left it alone afterwards. That doesn't mean that Spa Guy should have just made a response video to Billy's response. Because he's just making it worse for him. He is not a bad historian, quote unquote. But the thing is, when he knows he's wrong, best thing you could do is just say, hey, you know what, you were right. You didn't say this, or, I made it a bigger deal than it was supposed to be. Don't just keep going. We're all adults here. Enough is enough. And like I said, I was originally planning, hold on a second, Kitty decided to flee. I'm sorry, guys. Kitty almost fled. But anyway, I was about to create a Spa Guy group, but excuse me. until everything blows over, as far as, this little feud, like I said, I'm really not one to choose sides, but Billy and Joe didn't do a dang thing wrong. So right now, if I had to choose sides, I would side with Billy and Joe, because they're not making this a big deal at all. They're just taking in response of what happened and how they felt. They were just voicing how they feel. It's freedom of speech. But if you're going to make another video in response to another response video, you're just acting like a child. Honestly. I would not do that. So, with that being said, like I stated before, I'm actually putting hold on the Spa Guy fan group that I was going to do. Because what's going on is uncalled for. He did not have to make a response video, and it's just childish. He's not always right himself. He has to be corrected himself, of all people. Because was he there when Elvis was here? No. Even if he was, was he around Elvis as often as Billy was? No. Heck no. I don't think anybody was around Elvis as much as Billy was. Billy was always there. Good, bad. Billy, I understand getting upset over this. I would be upset too, and yes, I would voice, everything. I'd be like, hey, yeah, I shouldn't be corrected of what I have witnessed. Enough is enough. So until further notice, the Spa Guy fan group is going to be on hold. Aside from that, I have restarted my Today in Elvis History. I have to actually post my Today in Elvis History today. But yeah, that's going to be posted later on tonight on my Elvis group, the official Elvis Presley Fans Worldwide United. I'm also doing a lot of posting and lives on my official EFM/MMK fan club group. So that's going very well. Let's see what else. I've been asked by a lot of people if I will be attending Elvis Week. Unfortunately, I will not be able to, as at my job, the managers have to take their vacations before I could. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to take mine at that time because all the managers are going on vacation for the summer. Lucky. But I will be going in October. So, as of October 17th, I will be heading my way to Memphis and Mississippi, which is going to be great. I finally get to see my Elvis family, which will mean the absolute world to me. They mean the world to me. So, gotta do what I gotta do, Gotta TCB with a little TLC, Anyway, guys, that is enough for the group information. Actually, scratch that. I do apologize. As far as the fan of the week is concerned, I am actually temporarily putting that on hold too, as I'm not getting a lot of DMs regarding, getting to know the other Elvis fans. And I'm full of cat hair. But anyway, I'm really not getting a lot of responses to that. So until I'm able to get more responses, that's going to be on hold too, unfortunately. But I'm sure that there's other things that I could do, to have fun with my group members. It's still just undecided. I have a lot of ideas, but I just want to communicate more with my my moderators, see if they have any ideas, and we could just come up with some more stuff together. But yeah, as far as that is basically it with the group updates and news. So I really hate to cut this short, but I have a very rambunctious cat right now. He wants to go spend some time with his brother. So yeah, I will hopefully be able to make another video next Friday, which will be part 2 of my CD collection. And quite honestly, my CD collection is much bigger than my vinyl collection, which is quite sad because I really want to expand that too. But it will happen. It definitely will happen. So until next Friday, have a very good day, night, wherever you guys are. God bless, and let's keep the flame burning. Love you guys.